live. Good morning. Oh, I don't have the microphone on. Check. Come on, buddy. Good morning. Let's see if I can jump on live. I'm coming into the room right now. Mute myself so we don't get an echo. So my phone. Okay, that's fine. Oh, hi. No technical difficulties. I just got back from my ride. Come here, puppies. I was up in South Tahoe picking up at Margaritaville. Come here, kitty, kitty, kitty. I'm not letting you outside. Come here. Is this a bad camera angle? Should I lower the camera so like you're not hovering over me? I will try. I will try. Okay. That's a little better. Like if you're sitting across from me. I don't want you to have to stare at the bottom of my slipper, though. There we go. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've never seen anybody do that thing she do before. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what the inside of my brain sounds like all the time. All the time. That song. And you know the girl that sings that and wrote it. We share a birthday. Let's see. I'm going to open these blinds a little more. Let in some sunshine. Hi, buddy. Hi. What's on your mouth? Whoa, I need to brush your teeth. They have bones. That helps a lot. Shadow, up. You want to come up? Come up, 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 up. Kitty, 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 kitty. Come here. Come here. Oh, here's a kitty. There she is. Oh, go kitty, 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 kitty. You want your spot? Here, come here. Come here, kitty. Come here. There's dogs barking outside. It's just stranger dogs. It's okay. Yeah, no big deal. There's some dog outside barking. I'm going to open the blinds a little more. So let some light in. Oh. Ah. It's a little better, yeah? A little brighter. Did it get brighter? I need to dust my blinds. Right, Shadow? So I'm going to work on the video I was working on. I just had to stop at some point. You know, you can edit and edit and edit and edit and edit. But what I really need is just to replace that grainy, crappy video with another video that's nice and clear, and maybe have my hair back in a ponytail, maybe some more tailor type of clothes so I don't look so sloppy. But you know what? Even after all of that, it's only 4 minutes and something. You know, I'm shooting for at least 8. No, kitty. Kitty? Kitty? Don't do that. I've got her scratching posts and stuff, but she still likes to use that wicker thing as a scratching post, and I don't like that. Come here, kitty, 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 kitty. You come say hi? Come here. Kitty, kitty, come here. Come here. Well, fuck off that. Shadow, what are you doing? What are you doing? She doesn't need you. Why don't you just relax? Come on up and lay down. Up on. That's a good boy. I can't see. There's 2 of us on. That's you and me. Okay, kitty. If you're not going to sit here, then I'm putting my computer back. Come here, dum dum. Dum 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 dum. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Come here. Hi. You want to lay down? This is her spot. I don't know if it's because of the grounding mat right here. See? Would you two just knock it off? Ignore. What? It's a stranger dog. It's been over a year. People have been walking right by that window. Eh, eh. Come up here and lay down and be quiet. Well, this grounding mat isn't plugged in anymore. And you said I need to keep it washed and clean and stuff. I'm sure it's not that clean anymore. I mean, it's not super dirty. The dogs don't get super dirty. It would be full of dog hair. But I did have this one on the floor in my bedroom because I was sitting on it in a spot of sun in the morning. And I left it on the floor against the wall to see if they would lay on it. But I think we all just kind of ground by like in a daisy chain. Anyway, so I'm going to reshoot the video and get better video. Maybe even go somewhere where there's people, like where the pet in the Petco shopping plaza. Of course, you're allowed to take your dogs inside Petco, inside Home Depot. I don't know where else exactly, but I could. Yeah, they get clogged up. I could go and get some video where there's more people, because then the video just makes more sense. You know, it's basic dog training, and it's not even training. It's just a checklist of things that owners need to know before they get a dog, or if they have a dog and they watch the video and they're like, "Oh, I never thought of scooping my poop." I never thought of keeping my dog quiet or 6 feet from me. You know, what is the point of having a leash if they're 20 feet from you still? Come here, baby. I'll wash that. Come here. Come on. Don't come up on. What's this? A poopy bag in my pocket. It's the Bunny and Shadow Show with your star, Buddy. Come on. So I did the breed lookup on my iPhone, and the Nico and Shadow both came up Plot Hound or some other exotic dog I've never heard of. He came up Boxer or Saint Bernard. Kitty came up Calico, not Torty. She's too white. Luna came up Torty. She's a good girl. She's a good kitty. Yeah, well, I was surprised about Plot Hound. There's so many other brindle dogs, and people usually have never heard of Plot Hound. So I was happy that it's identifying that breed. Right, kitty? I've got to get new. I wonder if I could even show you the video that I made so far. I kind of doubt it. How would I do that? I mean, I guess I could just turn my computer around. I'll just show you real quick. Like that. The unfinished version pending better quality. Okay. So it might echo though. Shoot. How am I going to get it not to echo? Will it echo? I think it will. I need to. What? Let me see. Whatever. I'll just show you like this. So I think I sent this to you with the animals having a tea party type of picnic thing because it's about manners. Oh my God. Then I don't know what'll happen. Maybe it won't echo because it's. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. I need to turn myself off of YouTube. I don't know what's going to happen. But okay. Okay. I'm still on YouTube somehow. I'm trying to get off so that I'm not echoing. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, it's going to echo still. Why? I'm not even on Google Chrome. Echo still. What? I'm not even on. I'm not even on YouTube. Why is it echoing? I'm not watching the feed at all. Oh, I am in Safari. That's dumb. Okay, now let's try this again. That should have done the trick. I don't know if it will echo, but hopefully not, because I have no idea. Anyway, here we go. Here we go for real this time. I wanted to make a nice quick video to cover the most important things I think you should teach your dog and yourself if you are a new owner or want to become a more conscientious handler in public or community spaces. This is a checklist for good handlers, not a training video. which are already plenty abundant on YouTube. So, ready? Here we go. Sit. Teach this first. It's usually quick and easy to teach, and a solid sit goes a long way to build manners and control in any situation. And it builds your connection and communication, really your whole foundation for training moving forward. Stay and come. Learning to stay and come could be very important, so practice at home first, and then in controlled environments, like maybe a dog park or mall. Especially if you venture into public spaces regularly or even in the wilderness, stay and come could keep your dog safe. Walking on a 6-foot leash. Your dog should be by your side for walks. You get the idea. I'm coming back in right now. Oh, wait, I was already open on Safari, though. That's weird. Why? Okay. Oh, wait, I was already open on Safari. Oop. Yeah, so the only problem, I think, is the video is just not good quality. I don't really know what happened, why it was so yucky and grainy, but it's easy to reshoot. It's not distractingly blurry. Okay, well, that's good. I mean, you were kind of seeing it on a screen, but the short that I posted was a clip from that, and I took it and I just went burp. That didn't look blurry to you? So anyway, I'm working on that today, but I'm planning some other stuff that's like longer content because it needs to be 8 to 10 minutes or something like that. And then that gets chopped up into shorts. Wasn't too bad. Well, okay. It's easy enough just to reshoot it and then it will be not bad. Right, Kitty? What do you think? You think that's the solution? Huh? Is that the solution? Is to just reshoot those things? Get a nice clear video. Nice clear video. You go girl. You go girl. Yes, Joey did. And he's never done this before. So there was a part where I was talking to the lady across the street. We both had our dogs. I just wanted a wide shot so that if anything happened, I could, edit that in. But then when I look back at the video, there's a section where he's going, zoom, zoom, zooms. I'm like, I can't use this. Oh, I didn't know anything important was happening. No worries. We'll get there. I'm just glad he's helping. What was good enough? The video quality? It's 9:00. Oh, come here, Shadow. You're missing from us. Go around. You come up. Come on. Buddy, where are you going? Buddy, come back. Come back. Right, kitty? Come back. You know, good boy. Buddy, come back. Oh, well. It's a really pretty day out today. It's warm, like 70. I don't know. It's going to be 70 today. It's not windy. It gets very windy. And it's clear so far. I haven't seen any clouds. I'm starving. Kitty, go make me something to eat. So, have you heard the story about the guy, the migrant, who's been telling other migrants to go and just take people's homes over and everything like that, and how to do all of that? And then he put up another video, I guess, crying that he's in fear of his life and blah 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 blah. I just don't know if I believe that. It's almost like the border crisis's own Dylan Mulvaney. You know, it's just another wacky fucking character that I don't know if it's even real. You know, Dylan Mulvaney, I've thought from the very, very beginning, was just an actor just to mess with people, you know, just to be out there messing with people on a big scale. I mean, look at it, right? Um, I just really didn't think that was organic at all. And I think hopefully we'll find stuff out in the future. Maybe we'll get some clarity and truths over the what's happening right now. But like the eclipse coming up and the locusts and everything, or cicadas or whatever, I don't know if any of that is even true. He's been arrested. Yeah, good. But he had a baby with him. Is that even his baby? Where's the baby now? But I think the cure, I might have said this yesterday, the cure for squatting is swatting. And that's probably illegal to do it. So don't really do it. And I'm not telling anyone to actually do that. I'm joking. This is just for educational and entertainment purposes only. Squatters get swatters. You squat, you get swatted. Living in Ohio, yeah, I saw that. He's such a good boy. Oh my goodness. I need to get their nails trimmed though. I can do it, but the nail clipper that I have, it just like it shatters their nails. I really want to get one of those Dremels. I know they'll tolerate that because long time ago I bought like a Dremel from the Five Below or something like that, and it doesn't actually. I mean, maybe it would work on cat nails, not theirs. It's like a Barbie doll Dremel almost. But Shadow will sit for it. He doesn't mind that. So you squat, we swat. Yeah. That's all you got to do. I think that would pretty much handle things, right? I mean, SWAT might not be too happy about it. Yeah, see, their nails have to get trimmed. I don't know about cats because they retract. I know when I can hear Kitty's nails clicking on the floor, she needs her nails trimmed. But the dogs, their nails click on the floor when they need to be trimmed, and it's bad. But the problem is, if you don't trim their nails, it can, like Nico's, are too very much too long, and it pushes their like toes weird. It makes their toes go wonky because the nail is in the way, and their toe can't lay on the ground properly, so it has to go one way or the other. I really need to get that handled. And there's someone that'll come around it with a mobile thing and clip their nails, but it's $20 a dog. I don't know. There's a lady in Big Bear. She used to do it for $5 a dog, and she literally was so fast. It took her 30 seconds. Yeah, took her 30 seconds per dog. Like click, 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 click. It was amazing how fast she. I don't even know how she did it, but $60 seems like a lot for me. And she actually came to me one time and did the cat too. But I think she traumatized Maya. She sat on Maya and Maya peed on the ground. You just can't trust other people with your creatures, with your kids, your animals. I was thinking back when we were in Florida, the times that I had problems with the dogs and other people were times that other people, not the same other people, different other people, left the gates or lanais open. It's like Shadow ran out into the neighbors in the back with the dog that always barks, and they got into a funky funk because the pool guy left the lanai door open. Over at Chris's, Maya got out of his yard because someone needed to come in and get a bee's nest out of their tree, but the only way they could get to it was from Chris's yard. And when they left his gate open. So they are gone, and I let the dogs out, and then I hear yelling, and that's the day that Maya got out and bit that guy's butt. The last thing you want to do if you see a big dog running down the street is to scream at it. Just ignore it. I'm starving. Shadow got to go to the Og Arc yesterday and play with some stranger dogs. He did really, really well too. It was a golden doodle and a golden retriever, females both, and he did really well. He was just, he wanted to mount the one who's an intact female, which is weird. Yeah, you should totally just ignore dogs. And I understand why that dad was screaming at them because he had his little kids out, but they were just going from Chris's house to your house. And, you know, screaming at them provoked them. And that's just not good to do. And he obviously did not know that. Don't yell at dogs. Let them know. If they're up in your face, they're coming at you, that's a different story. But Og Arc. See, look, Og Arc. Now watch. Dog Park. arc. Blog blark. Flog flark. Blog blark. No, you know how to rhyme? Do you know how to rhyme? So see, he's got this little fold in his mouth right here. I don't know if you can really see it, but he's got a fold right here under his lip. And I didn't know this until just recently. It gets full of dog food and gross stuff and turns into ick. And that's what was getting all over, like the blankets that I cover my bed and couches with. They're getting these like brown smears. And I'm like, it doesn't smell. I mean, it's not poop. I don't know what it is. It was from the yucky in the folds right there. So I wipe them out now. Do you know I'm teasing you about going to the fog fark? Yeah, I know, right? And I've looked at it because it seems like down there where it's moist and warm, it would get like fungus. So I'll spray peroxide on a thingy and wipe his face with it. And it just seems to be like ick. It doesn't seem to be like, see right up there under his front lip and then his bottom lip folds in there. And he can only lick up. He can't lick down. Can't do it. Hi there. If you're new to Coffee with Dogs, we're here for our community, for anyone who needs someone to talk to or just wants to hang out. And it is subscriber chat only. So if you subscribe, then in 5 minutes, you'll be able to jump in the chat. And if there's something you'd like to talk about, Gigi, aka Gail Pet, and I are more than happy to hang out with you and talk, or you can just hang out with us. No big deal. But it's just subscriber only so that we don't get a bunch of a-holes in the chat, because we want you to be able to talk about whatever. Not worry about trollios. And we do. Trolls need love too, but not in our room. Right? Maybe we'll have a designated troll day where anybody can come on and just talk ish. Puppies, come back. Why did you leave me? Come up. Come up. You're a good boy. This is Buddy. He's also here to offer advice. Or just an ear. Oh, yeah. Now it's Coffee with Dogs. Where's the kitty? Come here, baby. You'll come back up. Yeah, come on in. This is Buddy. This is Shadow. And under there is Other Kitty, and she comes up sometimes. And we do have another dog, but she doesn't join us for coffee talk. Doggy coffee. But we're here because we care about everybody's mental health. And there's a lot of people who don't have the option to actually go out and socialize for whatever reason, or don't have anyone in their lives, no one checking on them. There's a lot of people who are online and can come on and drop in and hang out. And so this being a new chat, there's nobody here yet. But I'm going to try to get on most days, 8:30, 9. I'm gonna have to figure out what time I can actually get on reliably, because I'm having a hard time getting on by 8:30. So maybe it's just gonna be 9 to 10. I mean, that's a decent length of time, right? And the more, if we grow, then the regular people will know that that's the time to come on. I've thought of doing one at night, but I get tired at like 3 p.m. So I don't think that's gonna work. And I don't know if anybody else is doing this, but I definitely am aware that the live streams are a place for people to find um, community, people with common interests. And for our group, I think the first criterion is just being a dog lover. You know, if you love dogs and dogs love you, then come on in. Right, buddy? Oh, he's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. What day is it? Why is the lawn crew here? It's Wednesday? They usually come on Thursday and Fridays. So I was wondering if these live chats, as we get going and more people are joining us, and I keep doing that, looking over my glasses at you so I can see the phone and the live stream information that's on the phone that I can't see here. So I'm not trying to be creepy. Anyway, what do you think about if the each day has a theme? I mean, if there's nobody on who's actually like needs to talk about something, then for the people that do come on, what if we had a theme or two that we could kind of discuss? Nothing political. Did you hear that? That's my stomach. I'm starving. But I think it's really important that we talk about mental health. And I think talking about mental health is really important, but also as dog owners, talking about the mental health of our dogs too. I'm very aware that because of my disabilities, my dogs get out, they get exercise and socialized a bit less than other dogs might who go to the dog park. Part of that is only because Shadow was bit at a dog park. This was in Tampa right before we left. There was a bitch German Shepherd in there, and I could tell, looking back now, I realized why the owner was behaving the way he was. He knew his dog was aggressive, and she just had a litter too. So he came in and threw that ball as soon as she came through the gate, try to get her away from the other dogs. But Shadow was running with her, and she bit him, sliced him open, probably a good inch or so, and it's right where his harness would lay. So he couldn't wear his harness for a while. And after that, he was a little funky. And it's taken me a while to just sort of reset his psychology. I think moving and the whole thing and being in an environment where there's people constantly walking by our windows, I think that's been an adjustment for both of the dogs. Normalizing that has been really important. And it's been good for them to have those dogs right there and people right there. And when we go outside, there's just dogs always walking by. Because even if they are not socializing with them all the time, just getting used to them and being able to ignore them, of course, is part of service training. And that Shadow had the hardest part with that. If you remember, I'm sure you do, when we were in Tahoe, for example, he well, if you're at a dog park for any length of time, you'll see there's just massive turnover. And so it kind of depends on when you arrive and which regular is there with their dog. And after a while, you get to know which dogs are good and not, or which times the owners come with which dogs that you want to see or that you want to avoid. I went into a dog park and this guy's dog, it was really weird. So it was several people sitting at one table under the sun. This was in Florida too. And I walk into the dog park, my dogs go running around, and this guy's dog comes up to me and is just barking at me. Now I'm walking up to where the people are, um, and I'm walking across this whole big dog park, and it's big. and his dog's just barking and barking and barking at me and stuff. And I said something like, wow, someone needs to learn some manners. And his owner was like, no, she just doesn't like you, ma'am. I was like, oh, really? And one by one, everybody that was sitting with him at the table got up and took their dog and left. And at first I thought it was because of me. But then I realized why would anything that I had done make them leave? It was that he had said something incredibly rude and was not controlling his animal. But it is really important, I think that a lot of the times especially if we take our dogs around with us, it's just like children. We kind of think that they're little robots and they're not. They get stressed out and overwhelmed and all of that. So it's important to make sure that their mental health is good. And like Shadow got to play with those two dogs yesterday. He was just so happy. I mean, he's got two dogs in this place he can play with, but if I take him to the dog park, they don't really, it is whatever. They'll play together and everything, but he just gets super excited to play with other dogs, you know. And but it's like 99% of the dogs he's fine with. But I can't tell. Oh, did they? Oh, they'll be all right. At least they stayed for a couple minutes. The average time, apparently, and I'll have to look and see if they were a subscriber, the average time that someone has come and hung out is 5 minutes. So enough of that. And maybe this isn't interesting to people. Maybe this is a very stupid idea. I don't know. That's why I'm saying, like, maybe I should have a theme where there's some talking points or kind of a um, led discussion a little bit. I mean, I'm fine with open-ended stuff, but a lot of people aren't. Like, they want formula, method, control, structure. I mean, I don't know what this does to the algorithm, but I do know that over time, and it will take time for people to even know about it and to be interested in, for the right people to find out about it. Because even 5 people in the room would be really cool. But the reason why I put up that funky short is just because I had to put up a video. And I wanted to get that thumbnail out there, even though I had to chop it up weird. I wanted to start putting that branding out there a little bit and just see. But it's only gotten like 5 views, so it probably wasn't the best decision. But I just wanted to at least upload something. And then I had something that uploaded at 7 under just videos. It uploaded 1 hour ago and has only had 2 views. It's only 23 seconds long, so it's technically a short, but because I did it in the landscape, it's not going to show in the shorts, I don't think. Nope. Well, oh, our third person came back, or we got a new third person. Hi, I'd love to know if you're a new third person or the same third person that was here before. We're a new live chat, basically. And so we don't have regular members coming in or regular subscribers dropping in, but we're here for sure 9 to 10 o'clock. I'm trying to get on by 8 or 9 or 8 or 8:30, but it's been a little bit of a challenge the past several days. But we're just a chat for anyone who really just wants to talk, needs someone to talk to even. I think that it's an epidemic in our world right now that people just don't have anyone to talk to. And so if you're someone who likes to talk to people, then you can drop on. So, right, I know you love your law stuff and your court trials and your high-speed chases, right? Your cop stuff. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've seen some of the people that go thrifting, but I haven't really seen the resellers as far as like eBay, but yeah, vintage stuff, I guess. And that's something I'm very interested in. I have a project started that kind of stalled out a little bit because I'm doing it on Facebook. I don't really go on Facebook. So, one of the recipes for success is basically just taking something you're already doing and building that. I don't go on Facebook. So it didn't work out for me. I need to find another way. Yeah. Okay. So I have this particular rare talent where I can go into a thrift store and walk down a row of clothing and just look at the edges of the hangers with all the fabric and just look at the fabric and I can pick out the designer clothes. And Grandma Baytel taught me that, how to feel and um, identify good quality fabrics. So that's how I would find the good stuff in a thrift store. Um, so the other day, Joey and I were at Burlington. It's kind of like TJ Maxx, but not as nice, but basically the same stuff. I think Burlington carries like things that are older. Let's say a clothing line went out of business, and here we are 2 years, 3 years, 4 years later, and they still have boxes and boxes of clothes that never even went to the stores. So they're old styles. I think Burlington gets that stuff because the other day I bought a very cheap pair of pants and then realized by some of the fashion, the things on it, I'm like, oh, this had to have been like 2015. So it's like going to a thrift store, but it hasn't been worn before. Anyway, so um, whatever I have no idea even what I was talking about. Oh, I know what it was. So I was in there with Joey at Burlington, and he just goes and picks up this denim jacket, and it's like kind of a black red denim, and it's got all of these like dark ruby red, tiny little crystals all over the back of it in a design. And then it has a word. It's actually really beautiful, but something I never would have looked at. Then he pulled it out, looked it up online. Now this thing is $9.99. He looks it up online and it just sold on Poshmark used for $79. So he looks up the designer and realizes, okay, it's like a 10-year-old jacket. I've been to one thrift store, the USPCA thrift store, and I actually have found some really good stuff there. Yeah, actually. There are some other ones that I haven't stopped into just because I'm the type that'll drive down the road and go, oh, I should stop there. No, I don't feel like it. So for the past year and a half, I've been like, oh, I should go there. I really don't feel like it. And you know what? I've grown averse to the smell of thrift stores. They could do something about that, you'd think. They all smell the same. So it's just the smell of like decomposing clothing. That has to be what it is. You'd think they could just like spray them with something. I mean, not too much where it's like going down the detergent aisle in the grocery store, but for crying out loud, an ionizer or something. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Well, and I like to buy things um quality secondhand from like nextdoor.com. I found some really good stuff here on nextdoor.com, the glass pieces that I have on my tables. And glass is expensive, especially good beveled glass. I got two really great pieces of beveled glass for my tables. They fit perfect. Well, no, that one I already had. This one I got. And then I got really good clean bed stuff, bedroom things And, I mean, when they're baby boomers, retired military, everything's pristine, I don't think that's very gross. It's only gross when it's gross. And I did pick up a gross thing, and I wanted to take it back to her, and that's how I ended up burning my lungs with the bleach, because I tried to rehabilitate and fix that. Was stupid. That was, you know. Yeah, Facebook Marketplace, I've sold a lot of things on Facebook Marketplace, and that's why I thought this experiment that I had would work very well, but I don't go on regularly enough to see if anybody's wants to buy it. So, but I just need to get a little more serious. I've got a bunch of stuff I can post. That's how I ended up with that thermometer that I was asking you about yesterday. I got a really good, super good deal on this. Like, I don't know if Elon Musk made this grill thermometer or if it's AI or what the deal is, but it's like an $80 thermometer I got for about $5. Just, I don't even know how, on Amazon. And so that's why I was asking you if Santa Claus had a really good meat thermometer for the grill, because otherwise I'm going to sell it. I have it listed and nobody wanted it. I had it listed for like $50 down from $80. But it's getting closer to Father's Day, so I'll relist it. And I think also the problem was with listing it is that I put a picture of it like Amazon. I took the Amazon picture and put it on there instead of just a picture of the thing in my house on my countertop. The things that I've sold, it's always a picture of the thing and then maybe also a picture of it on Amazon, but the actual thing. So I'm going to relist them with pictures of the actual things, you know. It's 9:33. My coffee's almost gone and I'm starving. Okay. Oh my God, if I watch another how-to video on YouTube, because I've been watching all the videos on how to do YouTube videos, right? And there's just so much information. There's every different aspect of making a video that you can improve on and become better. So, what am I going to eat? I go through this every stupid day. I don't know if you saw Rocky sitting with dogs, and it looks to me like a Rhodesian Ridgeback, but he was calling it a Great Dane, and it was emaciated. Eating is a chore. That's why I like to drink my meals. I'm out of my protein shake. So yesterday when I went to get some groceries, I saw they had a little protein shake. It's like cacao and this and that and the other thing, not like whey protein or anything. But yeah, I grabbed one of those because eating is a chore. You saw what? What did you see? Oh my God, I know it, right? Scooby. That was his name. And they're saying, well, the mom was saying the kids won't feed the dogs. But I bet you the mom said, nah, you have to feed the dog. The mom probably said, you have to buy the dog food. And they didn't. And that's horrible behavior. Yeah, I don't know how he doesn't take every single dog home. I would definitely, if I was a normal position in a normal person in a normal position, I probably would have already bought land where I could just take these dogs and let them be free and run free. I don't know if you've ever heard of the guy in Costa Rica. He's got thousands of dogs. And fairly regularly, he's harassed by animal control. They're street dogs and they're sick and dying, and he rescues them and brings them back and at least tries to treat them and give them a home and everything. And then animal control will come and say he's got too many dogs. And even though he's got hundreds of acres or many, many, maybe not hundreds, I don't know how many, a lot. And he gets tons of contributions and people help. And it's a huge undertaking. And they'll round up a bunch of the dogs and take them into the shelters. And of course, they euthanize them. And it's just so dumb, you know, because it's not legal. It's not like a government facility or something like that. Private citizens many times do a much better job of caring for our forgotten things. I would. I've seen the Lee Asher house with all those dogs. Yeah. And there are a lot of people around the world doing similar things with, tons and tons and tons of dogs on one property. And then there's this one guy, I don't know where he is. Maybe he's in Istanbul, Turkey. And he goes out where there's actually street dogs, feral street dogs or whatever. And oh, that's nice. And he loads up his SUV with food and goes out to where they are, and they know him, and so they all come running when they see him, and he just dumps the food out for them, and there they are. And they're, some of the dogs, you can see they've recently been in some kind of altercation or whatever. They'll have a wound or something, but it's better than starving. If you're out in the wild, you might get in a dog fight now and again, but at least you're not starving. Yeah, I mean, if I had 100 acres, how many dogs can you have on 100 acres? That's a lot of land. Yeah, so I left the heat on warmer last night. And I'm not getting necessarily hot flashes. I'm getting the opposite of hot flashes, which for me kind of makes sense because things hit me different, opposite many times than most people. Um, like I will just be freezing for no reason. Yep. One time when I was living in Big Bear, um, someone was talking about, someone was complaining. If you ever want the most toxic, dramatic social media experience of your life, subscribe to any locals page in Big Bear Lake, California, and just sit back and watch. They are the dumbest, most venomous population online I've ever encountered in my life. I know that's kind of mean to say, but gosh, sorry, it's true. Go find out for yourself. It's amazing. So, anyway, I was on one of these locals and someone was complaining about cats. I don't know, like feral cats or something about the neighbor keeps feeding the feral cats and now there's a litter or something like that. I don't know. All I did, all I said in my comment was shark bait. Oh, sorry. I was kidding. Man, did that start a, what's it called? A shitstorm? Yeah. Don't fuck with cats. Oh my God, they're the worst. I don't know how he stays there, honestly. It's so toxic. So toxic. And listen, I've been on so many other cities' local pages because of growing the business, right? So I'll go and join Taos, Santa Fe, Reno, Tahoe, um, Palm Springs, anywhere. You can join anywhere on Facebook in their local pages and see how the locals communicate with one another. Generally speaking, they're kind and respectful for the most part, right? Not in Big Bear. It's literally like the local pastime to just troll other locals on Facebook. It's just so pathetic. Oh, he's leaving Big Bear? Is he moving like to Arizona or something like that? He should just come to Florida. He should come to where you are in Istanbul, Turkey. Are you saying that you were just being sarcastic and I missed it, or that he was being sarcastic and you missed it? Anyway, yeah, he's he and I kind of were similar. Like I was like, if I stay here, I'm going to have to get involved in the local government because this place sucks. It's run so poorly, and the people in our local government and on the hospital board, and they're just so drunk. Oh, my shark bait comment. I mean, pretty much just assume everybody's joking. Is don't take anything too seriously, personally, or get offended at all. I mean, like I was saying, there's literally nothing anyone could come on to YouTube and comment or say to me or about me that's going to affect my feelers. You know, who are they? I don't know who they are. Okay, it's 9:44. One day, our little chat will have chatters besides just you and me who can be here for other people who love dogs and maybe need someone to talk to or just hang out with. It's not for me because I do not need to chat. Gigi, when you're gone, I don't probably won't chat with anybody anymore. It'll just be like totally like telepathic at that point because I mean, I do have a couple of friends I chat on, with, but it's like, but if someone needs me, I am good at giving advice. I don't really give advice. I ask questions. I ask really, really good questions because it's the questions that lead you to your own answers, you know, because the same question for 100 different people in 100 different situations is going to be a different answer. And the only person that can answer questions about themselves for themselves is themselves. But sometimes you don't know what questions to ask yourself. I think the best therapists ask questions that lead you to the right answers. but not leading questions, but kind of because they're leading you to the answer, but they don't know what the answer is, you know. No, I'm not saying this from experience because I have not enjoyed ever my time with a therapist. I don't like talking about myself and my past and everything with a therapist. I really don't have any friends that I talk about that stuff with either, but I have friends that talk to me about their stuff, and I'm perfectly fine with that. It's one of my superpowers, I guess. And I don't mean that in any kind of way. I'm just saying, I've been told that I'm a good friend in that way. I'm a good listener. I give good advice. But like I said, I'm not really giving advice. I don't really give advice. I just ask questions, and maybe if I have something that I want to say, I'll say, "Do you want my advice? Do you want my opinion on this? I think you should blah 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 blah." But people never do what you think they should, so there's really no point in that. Even if they later do what you said, I mean, what are you going to say? I told you so. No. So you just help someone. That's what I do anyway, is just ask questions. And I'll ask questions, and then I might give my impressions. Like, well, it sounds to me like da 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 da. Does that resonate with you? But again, I don't want to lead anyone down a certain path, because when you're talking about the psyche and emotions and different things, all of the answers are in there. And some of them are buried or only available through symbolism. And, it's kind of like going through and like teasing out all of that stuff and pulling it apart so you can see what's what. I do that with myself for myself. And I've realized, like repressed memories. I don't know that memories get repressed, or it's that at the time the memory was created, we did not have context to file it anywhere. So it's just an impression, right? Yeah. Check the default settings on your chat. They probably delay it so you can delete the bad comments. So you mean like let anybody on? Because right now it's just subscriber only. I have no idea. I just totally brain faded. I'm really fucking hungry now. It's 9:49. Sorry for cursing, person number 3. I'm just hungry. Oh, am I jumping around too much? Okay. Say like R-E blah blah blah. Well, so anyway, when I set up the chat, it has me set up the settings. So do you think that I have the chat delayed? Is that what you're saying? Let me go take a look. Excuse me. Oh, wait a minute. I'm in the wrong place. Well, I can't seem to comment moderation, pause off, comments and rating, choose if and how you want to show comments on, comment moderation basic, hold potentially inappropriate comments, it says. That's all. Right. Okay, so I just came back on, so it'll show me in the live chat, I suppose. And Rando maybe left. Oh, I would put in words that are inappropriate. Buddy, you're so cute. You're just so cute. I'm hungry and I have to pee. I guess it's just you and me. I could take you in the bathroom with me so I don't have to end it. I guess I could just go, get up, and leave. Aww. I'll send Shadow back to you. You know what? Look, go get yourself a little Australian Shepherd and then hire a dog trainer. Who's going to stop you? Yeah, Luna's a good sweetie. We need animals. You know what you should do? You should totally get yourself a miniature horse. Have you ever seen how they dress them up in the little bells and pom poms? They're so cute. And they run across the house. It's like, it's so cute. I want one. And they live much longer than dogs. So have you heard that there's a police force somewhere that's they have a cat uh department or whatever, I don't know. They use cats for sniffing out stuff. I don't know if it's drugs or if it's crime scenes or what it is, but they use cats. And I thought, it's interesting. I wonder if the ADA will relist cats as service animals. But then they would have to put back monkeys on there too. But it was every animal, and then it was just dogs, and then they added miniature horses back to the list because there are some people who need miniature horses. They can support a lot more weight. So if someone is 300 pounds, even a big dog is going to be too little for them for weight bearing, for mobility. But a miniature horse can support a lot more weight, and they live for like 30, 40 years, I guess. What do pygmy goats even do? They're just cute? Do they do anything? They just crack you up? Buddy's cracking me up right now. Are you cracking me up? Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. He's so jealous. Yeah, you're gonna milk pygmy goats? Sheep cheese is so much better than goat cheese anyway. Get some pygmy sheep. There is now your roving vacuum cleaner, Rodolfo or whatever his name is. They have that for the yard, for the grass. Little tiny cheese hat. Did you hear that on my microphone? He just totally let out a humongous fart. I have literally never heard a dog fart that big. Did you hear that? No. Why did they both get up and leave? It's 9:58. There's 2 more minutes left. Although when I took him out for a walk after breakfast, he did not do that. He didn't smoke in flames. He just got busy. Well, I really saw it. Are you ready to smoke in flames? Huh? Can you say outside? Huh? What do you want? Can you say it? Can you say it? Say outside. Say out. Good boy. Can you say outside? Say outside. What do you want? What do you want? You want outside? Say it. Say out. Say out. Say it. Say out, mama. Buddy won't talk. Say out. Shadow will say it. Say move. Say out. Okay. You need to go outside. 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 Okay, let's go. Okay, it's 9:59. For all of you people who are alone and suffering and did not get on today, there's always tomorrow. See ya at 8 or 8:30 or 8:45 or 9 o'clock. Bye. How do I get out of here? Oh, I can't hold still enough to look like I ended it. Let's see.